What's up guys, it's me, I'm back, and let's jump straight into this video. Garten of BanBan is a new series of games made by the Euphoric brothers that just came out this year, with totaling 4 games up to this point. These games are mascot horrors which take place in a kindergarten or a daycare center called Garten of BanBan, which is where the name comes from, which features a bunch of different mascots that end up trying to kill you as you try to find your lost child in the different levels of the kindergarten. But we're not actually going to talk about the game itself today. Instead, we're going to be talking about the future of the franchise, specifically the next 2 games, in which the confusion starts. In the most recent game, number 4, we see a little bit of a trailer for the next game at the end of the game. And it's a pretty short trailer, it's very short, simple, and it's nothing to write home about. Other than the fact that it's not for 5. It's not for Garten of BanBan 5, it's for Garten of BanBan 6. So, where's 5? What's going on? Is there an order difference? Is there just some chaos going on? And honestly, I don't actually have an answer for you. But I am going to lay out some facts for you so that you can help me gauge an estimation for what I think is going to go on. And I'll give you kind of my estimation as well, but you can draw your own conclusions. And let's just go ahead and get into it. As we know, 6 was the one was featured in 4, meaning, presumably, that 6 is going to be the next game to come out. And this does hold up to the coming out dates, because 6 is set for 2023, meaning that it'll probably come out later this year. But number 5 doesn't have a release date at all. It's set for coming soon, meaning that presumably 6 is going to come out before 5. So that out of the way, why and what the hell are they going to be about if 5 is going to come after 6? It doesn't really make any sense. Let's look at the games themselves and what the previews we have for them to kind of gauge what's going to happen. 5 does not have a trailer at all, and as many have pointed out, all of the screenshots are similar to that of Game 1, all featuring the lobby that we enter the game into. The only difference being that all of these are much darker than what we see in the first game. The only real difference that we see between Game 1 and Game 5 is the fact that there is a new character that seems to be in the background. This is the same character that we see on the promotional images. Now, we don't know who this is, we don't know what it is, but we do know something else from the description. That this game might not be following our same main character, or at least that is my mindset, and my presumption. In the description, we see that it says, "Enter the world of Garten of BanBan." That is the beginning line, that is the beginning sentence, that is what starts us off, introduce this game to us. Now, the reason why this is interesting is because that is the exact line used in the first game, and only the first game. The next games have words like continue and follow and drop down and stuff like that, that presume that this is a continuation after the first game. We're already in, we're going deeper. So this means that we're starting over? I don't think so, but we'll come back to that. Now, Garten of BanBan 6 is a little different, and I have a couple theories on what this one is going to be about with the actual lore going on. Basically, the trailer features one of these mascots convulsing on the ground, and that's the entire trailer. That's the only thing that we get for this game, other than the description that we're going deeper into the levels. Now, the screenshots are all the same, except for one, which is a screenshot from the trailer. All of these screenshots are of a mural. A mural similar to the one that we see in Game 1 that has all of the characters on it. Except this one has a different set of characters. Which leads me to believe that as we go deeper down into Garten of BanBan, we might find leftover retired mascots in a similar vein to what we see in multiple FNAF games where we see previous iterations of the animatronics. So perhaps currently we're going to see we're going to see old and retired mascots, and they're going to come after us, and maybe, we don't know because we haven't seen anything, maybe they'll be like really old and rusted and disgusting looking and stuff like that. That's kind of what I'm thinking for Game 6. And the description seems to align with this. Now there is another aspect that I would like to jump into, and that is the reviews for the games. So, the reviews. This is kind of a bit strange on Steam's part, not on Garten of BanBan's side, and that is that the reviews are done by 6 different curators, and that's not the issue. The issue is the reviews themselves. Typically, what I've gathered from Steam is that these reviewers go and look at the game, presumably a demo of it, and go over it, and then make the reviews after that. But these reviews have nothing to do with the actual game. All that the reviewers know is what we know, and they've made their assumptions about the game based on that. A couple reviews talk about the fact that maybe 5 is a remake based off of the fact that it says enter Garten of BanBan, and the fact that we just see the lobby in all of the screenshots. Of course, as I said earlier, I don't think that's true. I think it's going to go in a different direction. But as well as there are just a couple that are just dumb, and there is even one that suggests that Steam doesn't even know which one's coming out first. So there's a lot of confusion on Steam's side and on our side, and the only people who know what's going on is the Euphoric Brothers. It's confusing, but to close out this video, I'm going to talk about what I think 5 is going to be. I think 5 is going to follow a new person, following us into Garten of BanBan. Presumably we've been gone for a while, and they've noticed that we are missing and know that our last whereabouts were Garten of BanBan. So now they're going in there to find us when we are finding our child. So it's going to introduce a new character and stuff like that, and of course the conflict up above where we see that there is a new mascot up top. Or maybe we are going to see a sunken version of an old version of the kindergarten that is going to look very similar to the top one, which is going to feature that character instead, which is why it's darkened. Of course, there isn't really anything that backs either of these. These are just my personal theories, because I really don't want to think that 5 is a remake, because of course it's called Garten of BanBan 5. I feel like the Euphoric Brothers would, one, not remake a game this early, because obviously the first game just came out in January, so they're not really thinking about remaking the games, they're thinking about making more games, as we see with 6 coming out. And they're working on 2 games simultaneously. So I don't think that it would be a remake, and if it was a remake, it would probably be called a remake, and it wouldn't be called 5, and be stuck in the center of this franchise. Anyway, you can draw your own conclusions from this. Tell me what you think down in the comments.